In this video we share Pope Francis' message to Russia and Ukraine. Pope Francis, worried about the nuclear threat and the military escalation of the conflict in Ukraine, dedicated the entire October 1, 2022 Angelus to a strong appeal to ask for a ceasefire. He deplores the annexations, and recommends respect for the territorial integrity of each country, and the rights of minorities. He also recalls the pain for the thousands of victims, especially among children. The war in Ukraine has become a threat to the whole world, and Pope Francis, worried about the increase in casualties, the escalation and the nuclear risk, dedicates the time normally used to comment on the Gospel of the day on the theme of the conflict, such as he already did for the dramatic situation in Syria during the Angelus of September 1, 2013. The Pope made a direct appeal to Russian President Vladimir Putin to stop this spiral of violence and death, and to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to be open to serious peace proposals. Pope Francis also deplored the latest developments, namely the annexation of the 4 Ukrainian regions, Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia and Kherson, partially occupied after the February 24 invasion. The Pope also asked for respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of each country, as well as for the rights of minorities. The course of the war in Ukraine has become so serious, devastating and threatening that it is of great concern. For this reason, today I would like to dedicate the entire reflection to you before the Angelus. In fact, this terrible and inconceivable wound of humanity, instead of healing, continues to bleed more and more, risking to widen. I am afflicted, added the pontiff, by the rivers of blood and tears shed in recent months. I am saddened by the thousands of victims, especially children, and by the many destructions, which have left many people and families homeless and threaten vast territories with cold and hunger. Certain actions can never be justified, never. It is distressing that the world is learning the geography of Ukraine through names like Bucha, Irpin, Mariupol, Izium, Zaporizhia and other locations, which have become places of indescribable suffering and fear. And what about the fact that humanity is once again faced with the atomic threat? It is absurd. What has yet to happen? Francis asked himself, how much blood still has to flow, because we understand that war is never a solution, but only destruction. In the name of God, and in the name of the sense of humanity that dwells in every heart, I renew my appeal for a ceasefire to be reached immediately. Let the weapons shut up and seek the conditions for starting negotiations capable of leading to solutions not imposed by force, but agreed, just, stable. And such will be if founded on respect for the sacrosanct value of human life, as well as for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of each country, as well as for the rights of minorities and legitimate concerns. I deeply regret, added the Pope, the serious situation that has arisen in recent days, with further actions contrary to the principles of international law. In fact, it increases the risk of a nuclear escalation, to the point of causing fear of uncontrollable and catastrophic consequences worldwide. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us.